here to show you how I make my tea lattes. So let me know if you're here watching. Let me know if you love a tea latte. Let me know if you make your own at home. This is like, I probably have the most fun creating lattes. The milk frother here, this is what does it all. This is like my favorite little toy. So with our catalogs, one thing I just want to explain before I get started is that we do have some tea latte blends. But what I want you to know is that you can make a tea latte out of any of the teas that you see. There's 100 blends of tea in here. You can make yourself a latte out of any of them. So when you look at our latte blends, what they are just a fine tea grind, and there's some additional spices and things added to them. You still steep them just like you would a loose tea. So the method that I'm showing you here today, I'm actually not using one of the tea latte blends. I'm using just a couple of our regular loose leaf teas, but you would make them the same way. So I just wanted to explain that to you first. And definitely talk to me if you're looking at some of the tea lattes and you're interested. Just send me a message and get my opinion, because there's a few of them, such as the chai latte mix. I totally recommend getting just one of our great chai loose leaf teas over the latte blend. I find them a lot more flavorful and better. So there's a few things. I love the caramel rooibos latte, and I love the London Fog latte. Those are my two favorites, hands down. Today we're actually gonna make a London Fog. Let me know if you love a London Fog. I love a London Fog. And I'm actually gonna blend two teas together, so I'm gonna make a lavender London Fog. And trust me, it is amazing. And these lattes are so simple to make. This will take me like under 5 minutes. So I've got my kettle is boiled. I warmed up some milk, so like I'm ready to go here. I'm gonna use my favorite latte cup. This is our bubble cup. So it's a double-walled glass cup, and it's great for lattes because they look really pretty in here. It's a nice big size, and the double-walled glass keeps your hands cool. And to steep the tea, we're gonna use the universal infuser. So this is our infuser that fits pretty much into just about any cup or mug that we sell or that you might have at home. So this is my favorite, easy to clean, just dump it out and give it a rinse. So it fits great in there. And we're gonna use the Earl Grey de la Creme black tea, and we are going to use the Lala Lavender white tea. These are two amazing teas. The Earl Grey de la Creme is what started this company. It is our top selling loose leaf tea. And the Lala Lavender, I say this tea tends to get overlooked because it is absolutely delicious. White teas have low caffeine and they're generally pretty light in flavor, but this one just bursts with flavor. It's got lavender, it's got chamomile, it's got spearmint. It's just a really incredible combination of flavors. I'm just gonna grab my scoop. So this is our perfect cup scoop. I'm just gonna put like a good heaping scoop of each of these teas into my infuser because this is a pretty big cup. So 2 big scoops should do the trick. And you know what I did forget to grab was my honey. I like to sweeten my lattes with a little bit of honey. So that's okay, I can mix in my honey after. So what I would do right now is I would take a little scoop of honey, you know, and that's, use whatever sweetener you want, add however much you want. I usually put about a teaspoon, and I would put my honey in right now just so the hot water will dissolve it while my tea is steeping. So I'm just gonna add enough hot water to cover my tea leaves. And generally when I make a tea latte, like it's about half and half, steeped tea to frothed milk. So that's a good general rule of thumb. It can be more tea, less milk. It's totally up to you, but that's just kind of my general rule of thumb. This is our tea timer, and I'm gonna just set that for 2.5 minutes, which is the black tea, and that will be enough time to give us lots of flavor and to steep these two wonderful teas together. Okay, so while that is steeping, let's make our milk froth. So this is our handheld milk frother. It has it's like a plunger style. It's got like a fine mesh screen there that will make us a nice thick froth. So I've warmed up skim milk, and I've got about a half a cup there. Now the one thing to know is that the lower the fat content of your milk, the better your froth is gonna be. That was just totally the opposite of what I thought it was what I would have thought when I started getting into tea lattes. So skim milk and 1% is what I generally use. Froths up absolutely beautifully. And I have found too that almond milk does a fantastic job. I've heard a lot of people say that it's hit or miss for them, so it could maybe be depending on the type of milk that it is. I'm not too sure. But I've had really good luck with having really nice and thick almond froth. So this is pretty much ready. I can already feel the resistance when I'm pushing down, so I can tell that it's nice and thick in there. So I'm just gonna let that sit. I usually give it like 20 seconds to sit, and then I find that it thickens up even more. It's so nice and thick that you can like scoop it up with a spoon. So we'll have a peek in there and we'll see how that looks. Looks pretty awesome. I will show you here how nice and thick it got. All right, so you can see it is like super crazy thick. So like I said, favorite little toy. This is so fun. And you know what you can do when you're making, like for example, I have this in front of me here. This is the caramel rooibos latte mix. So this is like a buttery, caramely, caffeine-free latte mix. It is delicious. And when I make this one, I always add a little bit of my favorite liqueur, which is caramel Baileys, to it. And what I do often is I will add a shot of the Baileys to my milk, and then I froth it all up together, and then I have like this beautiful creamy like caramel Baileys froth. It's pretty spectacular. Okay, good timing. Our tea is ready, so I'm just gonna remove my infuser. And if I had my honey, I would add my honey now. And we're just gonna add that milk into there. There's always a bit of warmed milk in the bottom that doesn't really froth up, and then all that thick stuff sits right on top. So we're just gonna do that. Just about overflowing there. All right, so you can see how nice and thick that is. And since my sister gave me some dried lavender, so we're just gonna decorate the top with that. If I was making like a chai latte, I would just sprinkle a little bit of nutmeg probably on top. Or when I make that caramel latte that I'm talking about, I would drizzle a little caramel sauce on top. So much fun. So lattes are very easy to make, and you can use your imagination. I love like the chocolate teas and the caramel teas and all of those ones, and especially a lemon fog. So let's have a sip and I'll let you know how it is. Oh, the flavor is so spectacular with the lavender and the Earl Grey together. Like, this is my latest obsession. Even without the honey, it is so, so good. So when you're making a latte, just one more thing I want to tell you. We do have a couple different things you can use for steeping. So you can just use a cup and an infuser like I did. We also have our tea press, which are used for lattes a lot. So basically it's just the same as a coffee press. You would put your tea in there, your hot water, steep it for the required amount of time, push down, and pour. This is used a lot for lattes. And I use it a lot when I'm making like more than one. And you can just use a steeping sack. So we've got our disposable, biodegradable, all natural steeping sacks. And these work great too. You can just use your steeping sack in your favorite mug. All right, so if you have any questions at all about lattes, please just let me know. Reach out to me. I am happy to answer them. All right, and if you caught this video, thank you so much for being here and for watching with me. All right, have a great day.